Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at the last story in this first collection in the Eternal Champion collection of things. Published by Michael Moorcock. It's a short story called To Rescue Tanelorn. It's about 25 minutes long. It took me a little bit longer for me to read it, even though this collection is oversized. I've been blowing through it pretty quickly, but this one took me more like almost an hour for me to knock out the other night on our Friday night for you folks. But I enjoyed it. So this I'll link you to this collection below. It's the only short story in this collection. The rest are all novels and so forth that introduce the concept of the Eternal Champion by Michael Moorcock. It stars Racker, the Red Archer, who's on the same plane and interacts with it as a contemporary of Elric, of Anonymity, arguably the biggest Eternal Champion and the biggest hit from this series. A big person in pop culture, and his sword Stormbringer are also mentioned here too. But basically, what's happening is that Chaos has unleashed an attack on the city of Tanelorn. Tanelorn exists on every plane of existence and is regularly quested for by various aspects of the Eternal Champion. So what's happening here is that since Chaos has sent out a big giant army that they can't survive themselves, they need to look for greater lords to protect them and to offer them magical aid to save them from this big giant army that's attacking them. The problem is that you might think that they would go to law, since this is the law versus chaos universe, right? But Tanelorn doesn't subscribe to either chaos or law. It doesn't. And similarly, it's people typically don't either. So they can't go to their side of law, the opposing side of chaos. They're just not going to care about Tanelorn. So he's going to a few planes to find the Grey Lords, who also don't serve law or chaos. They're neutral too in the conflict. And then, so he's going to try to find him. So he sets it on a quest with a sage across multiple planes of existence in order to find the Grey Lords and then plead on their behalf for their intervention on behalf of Tanelorn. So that's basically the central plot. You'll find it out in the first couple of pages and so forth. And then there, I'll go ahead and leave you to it. Again, I keep my review spoiler free, so I won't do a deep dive into what happens. I liked it. I thought it was fun. It was definitely a deep and epic. I wish it was longer, which is a good thing to be left after a 25-page short story. I didn't feel like it was too long. Or it's just like, well, it'll blow through planes. So you'll be crossing through a bunch of planes. It'll like one plane of existence might be a page or a page and a half of writing. It's pretty quick. It definitely could have been fleshed out more, and I probably would have enjoyed it like a novella instead of just a short story that's about 25 pages long. I think it would have been funner. But it's interesting. I'm going to link you to it in the comments below. The Eternal Champion collection. It's the first one by Borelius. And the final story of 4 in the first collection. So I'll link you to it in the comments below. I like it. I'm giving this probably like a 7.5 out of 10. It's fun. It's well written. Like I said, it probably could have been longer, and that's a good thing for a short story to have. But I don't. But it feels. It's well paced. It's well written. Right. This guy's a big name. He used to be my favorite author actually. When I came across his stuff, his Sockman stuff, which I've already reviewed for you folks, in high school, after reading a bunch of R.A. Salvatore stuff in the Dritz to Orden series. I'm sorry, not in the Dritz, yeah, in the Dritz to Orden series. I loved him. He became my first favorite author after J.R. Tolkien in elementary school. And then when I started to read Michael Moorcock stuff, he became my favorite author for about 4 or 5 years in high school, in the first couple of years in college, and then a horror writer named H.P. Lovecraft took over from there. So that's kind of cool. He used to be my favorite author. I love him. He's very influential on my stuff today. So I've been doing a deep dive and rereading a lot of his things for you folks. And so I did this short story, To Rescue Tanelorn, which I'm giving a 7.5 out of 10. Have you read it? If so, what did you think about it? Let's talk about the comments below. If you enjoyed this, why not hit that subscribe button? There's going to be a lot more of these to follow. As a reminder, the name of this channel, The Worst Thing About New Books, is a quote by a French philosopher named Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about new books was that they kept you from reading the old ones. And this is definitely an older work. It's heavily influential on modern, particularly this fantasy series. Is heavily influential on modern fantasy. For example, the sort of law versus chaos central concept, which is a key part of fantasy. Similarly, also he creates the multiverse, and the word multiverse that's heavily used today. And this multiversal conflict between law versus chaos that's happening on every plane of existence, with a person who's serving law called the Eternal Champion. The name of this series is a key concept, and it's definitely a key thing that you're seeing in movies today, television shows today, playing in video games today, reading in books or comics and so forth, all those sorts of things today. So it's heavily influential and created a lot of the things and so forth. So that's the reason why I like to go back and read these other sorts of things as a part of this channel. So there you go. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. I just want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video. We all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.